It's Patrice Washington from patricewashington.com, where we chase purpose, not money. Today, I'm super excited to introduce you to a good friend of mine who embodies the redefining wealth principles so well. Devon Franklin is an award-winning film and TV producer, best-selling author, internationally known preacher, and spiritual success coach. He's a recognized authority on spirituality, faith, and the entertainment business, and he's committed to using the power of media as an inspirational tool. BelieveNet calls him one of the most influential Christians under 40, but Oprah herself refers to him as a bona fide dynamo, a different kind of spiritual teacher for our times. Devon uses his platform to uplift the masses through his film and television projects, books, television appearances, speaking engagements, and social media posting to over 1 million followers. And today, he's here to uplift us in the Redefining Wealth community. So get ready as I discuss with Devon one of his latest projects, his new book, The Hollywood Commandments. Now, I am so excited to be here with you. Wow. I'm super excited about the Hollywood Commandments. I didn't even really sleep last night. So if you see any bags, just ignore that.
There's no bags. You
okay.
Look beautiful. You look amazing.
Well, thank you. First of all, I have to tell you, this is completely a full circle moment. So I think I shared this before, but I have to say it for the listeners, for the viewers. Freshman year, 1999, at USC, University of Southern California, I was sitting in an auditorium for, I think it was like a Black Welcome Week type of thing, and you were a speaker. And you got up and you did this thing. You probably don't even remember this, but you put, I think it was like a $20 bill in the air, and you said something like, "Who wants it?" And we all sat there like, this is a joke. Like, what is he talking about? And no one stood up. Nobody claimed it. And you said, you know what happens? When you skip over opportunities, like not taking this money is like skipping over an opportunity that was right in front of your face. I didn't say there were any conditions. I didn't say you had to do anything. I just said, who wants it? Yeah. And in that moment, one, I felt stupid because I really could have used that money. But the other thing was, you taught me a very important lesson to never skip over opportunities. So ever since that time, not only do I pick up money, because I look at money on the street
it's like, hey,
as an opportunity.
Hey, that's an opportunity. There it is.
And so the universe doesn't discriminate, though. Right. So whenever there are opportunities in front of me, even when I don't feel prepared, or I don't always feel my most confident, or I'm kind of like, God, are you sure? Should I really be doing this? I still go for the opportunity, and I think about what you said in 1999.
Wow, that's amazing.
No, I'm serious too.
That's crazy.
And not only that, you know, when I realized you were a student, because you were speaking, I thought you were an old man. I mean, not old.
Old at the time, old relative to you, right?
I didn't realize you were a senior, I think, until the end. Yeah. And I was like, man, I want to do that one day. And it was like a fleeting thought. I said, I want to get up and speak one day. So fast forward to 2014. Now I've been out there. I've written a few books. I'm doing my thing, TV and radio, and I get invited to speak at USC Women's Conference. Wow. I was the youngest speaker. Wow. And I was going to the airport thinking, man, God is awesome. Like, what a full circle moment. And I get to the airport, get to my seat, and who's sitting behind me?
Wasn't that crazy?
This dude right here, the guy who started it all. So when I tell you that I am
That's amazing. That's just amazing how God does it. It's just
how
amazing.
He orchestrates things.
Orchestrates down to the finest details.
And we are not even aware of what's going on.
That's true.
But so I just thank God for you. I thank God for this opportunity, and I'm super excited. So
me too.
I want to jump in.
Okay, let's do it.
Because I already told you, this book is so raggedy right now. Thank you for my advanced copy. It's raggedy. It's been all over the country with me the last few weeks, and I have just been devouring it. And I want to start with something that you said in your introduction, which I thought was really bold. And some people might say controversial.
I like it.
You said the church didn't teach me how to be successful. Hollywood did.
Yes.
Okay. So everyone knows that you are really big on your faith. So when you make a statement like that, what did that really mean?
You know what it means is, and one of the reasons why I wanted to write the book is too often, we allow, spirituality to be confined to what we do on the weekend. And what I was articulating by that statement in the book and why I stand behind it is that, the church definitely is the foundation of my life and gave me some incredible lessons that I still rely upon today. But when it comes to actually professionally being successful, I learned that in Hollywood. I learned that by throwing myself fully into this environment. Didn't know a soul when I got started. Started when I was 18, while I was a freshman at USC. And so when I say Hollywood made me successful or taught me how to be successful, it's because for 20 years, this is where I've been every single day, learning what it is required to be successful, how to navigate success, how to create more success, how to build relationships, how to network. So those are things that I did not learn in the church. Right. And so I think too often, especially people of faith, think that, the church is going to do everything for me. Well, it's not. The church has a very specific function, a vital function, yet being in your industry and learning that industry also has a function as well.
Absolutely.
And so that's why I believe that, spiritual pursuits and our secular pursuits are both one of the same.
Yeah.
And so it's hard to have one without the other. And so that's what I mean by that statement.
So what inspired you, though, to write this book, like to put it all together in the Hollywood Commandments?
What inspired me is because first of all, people come to me all the time asking for information and how to be successful and what's required. And honestly, too often, people are coming up to me not doing the research, not doing the homework, and just thinking like, because I want to be successful or I'm praying to be successful, that magically it's going to happen. But I'm like, it doesn't work that way. Right. It doesn't work that way.
You can't pray about it and forget it.
That's right. It's like, no, you have to pray and prepare. That's why the first commandment is your prayers alone are not enough.
Yes.
So what motivated me to write the book is because I really wanted to tell the truth about success. I really wanted to tell the truth about what is required. And if you are not willing and ready to commit 1,000% of your spirit, your body, your mind, and your soul to whatever you feel called to do, it's not going to happen.
Come on.
So I wanted to just write a book that's just the truth. I mean, that's why. It's the truth as I see it. That if you do this, you will, I have no doubt, anyone who takes these commandments and applies them will be successful.
And that's why I identified with this so much, because I really felt called, probably for like the last year or so, to tell the truth, as you say. Because people would come up to me and say, I can't get my finances in order. I think it's my budget, or maybe if I knew something about the credit bureaus, or do you have any secrets? And I'm like, you know what? This has nothing to do with chasing money, right? It has everything to do with us chasing our purpose.
That's right.
And so this whole concept that I've created of redefining wealth fits so perfectly into the commandments. I was like, this is crazy. And so really the foundation of that too is that so many people think that wealth is money and material possessions or fame. They equate fame to wealth. And really when you dig deep, the true definition of wealth is well-being.
Yeah.
And so the reason that I actually chose you to be my very first interview is because you embody that so well. From your Insta story videos to the work that you do, and just knowing you, just out and about, you embody that so well. And so there's something else that you wrote. History is filled with examples of people who had an abundance of material possessions, but no peace.
That's right.
Because no matter how much stuff you have, there's not enough money in the world to fill the hole in your soul.
Yeah.
And I love that because our whole mission here is to help people live their life's purpose, find fulfillment, and earn more without chasing money.
I love it.
Yeah.
Earn more without chasing money.
Without having to chase, because you don't have to chase money, right? Yeah. So when you look at all the stuff that you talk about, it seems like it'll be added. Very much so.
And I believe that. And one of the reasons why I articulate that, I even have something, as you've seen in the intro, where it's like, look, if you're looking for, to get that house of your dreams, the car of your dreams, you're looking to get a Birkin bag, don't read this book. I'm not interested in those things for you. But if you are trying to walk in purpose, if you are trying to find fulfillment, if you are trying to fill that hole in your soul, then the book is for you. Because being in Hollywood for 20 years and really fully immersing myself, I've come across all walks of life. And deal with, powerful people on a day-to-day basis, wealthy people on a day-to-day basis, people who are walking in their calling on a day-to-day basis, and some people who are not. And so what I have learned is that when you see people who literally have the things that the world says this is what you should have, and when you see some who have peace, who have those things, and some who do not, one of the differentiating factors was this idea that materialism and these possessions cannot fill the hole in our soul. They cannot. What is an internal problem cannot be solved by something that's external.
Right.
And no matter how rich financially I may be, You know, if I have a wound in my spirit that I have not actually gone through the process to get healing, or if I'm not really walking in full purpose, then I don't care what kind of car you drive. You cannot eat it to fill your soul. You know what I mean? You can't. I don't care how much you buy. It's not going to ever fill that thing. So I wanted to reframe the pursuit so that the external pursuit is directly related to the internal pursuit that has already happened. So once we can do the soul work, part of the external soul work is like, okay, because I feel healthy, because I feel whole in my spirit, because I'm aligning my life with my purpose, okay, great. Internally, I'm feeling good about the direction I'm going. So everything I do externally then becomes a direct reflection of the work I'm already doing internally.
That's right. That's right. And one of the things that we talk about in Redefining Wealth, the very first pillar is fit. And it's not just about being physically fit, it's about being mentally fit.
Yes.
And you say pressure, position, high profile, all those things, if you aren't ready for them, will crush you.
Absolutely.
And so what do you see, or what is the importance in your mind? You talked about healing the wounded part inside of you, right? What is the importance in your mind of like therapy and dealing with maybe some of your past trauma and how that affects your ability to get?
I think it's super important, and I'm a huge advocate of it. You know, that therapy is great. You know, even therapy in relationships. I mean, before Megan and I got engaged, we went to counseling. Once we got engaged, we went to counseling. Been married, still go to counseling. It's
Absolutely.
a good part of having someone to kind of talk through issues and really work through your problems with. So as an individual, though, I think this is something that's overlooked because our mental fortitude to be able to handle the stress and handle the pressure of success. Success has weight to it.
Yes.
And too often we just think, oh, it's just easy and it's great. No. The higher the success, the more weight, the more pressure. So the more strain on your mental fortitude. So therapy can be very helpful. You know, I do think going to church is very helpful. Praying is very helpful. It's all these things mixed together along with your career pursuit that can prepare you to handle success when it arrives.
And what about physical fitness? Because you're not playing. I called you buffness when you walked in.
No, like I said, it's a shirt.
No, it's not the shirt. So what about physical fitness? How do you feel like that has prepared you?
Well, it is a vital part of everything I do. And my next book, I'm not going to tell it yet, but it's
you already working on the next book?
You have to, absolutely.
Come on, that's
absolutely. I already got the idea. I already know it's going to be, and it's going to be related to this issue of physical fitness. Because one of the things I believe is, you know, the Bible talks about the temple. Our body is the temple of God, right? And the thing that just blows my mind is we spend so much time talking about the health of the spirit, the health of the mind, but rarely do we say, if you're going to have a healthy mind and healthy spirit, you better make sure you got a healthy body.
That's right.
Because if the temple is crumbling, what good is a healthy mind and healthy spirit?
That's right.
And so too often, the thing we do the last is take care of ourselves. What are you doing? Oh, I'm busy. I'm out here hustling. You know, I'm working, 10 hours a day and I'm barely eating, or what I'm eating I know isn't good. And the stress is getting to me and life is getting to me. And then we wonder why we can't maximize our calling because physically we're too worn down. So I believe in keeping physically fit. I work out, 4 or 5 times a week. Some days I'll work out.
Story.
Yep. Come on, do the matrix. Let's go. Because I just believe it's important.
It is. And I always say, we're praying. We know that God has given us a vision for our life, but it's your responsibility to protect the vessel.
That's right.
That's needed to execute that vision.
That's right.
What good is praying, or what good is money if all you're going to do is spend it on prescriptions you can't pronounce?
Right.
And hospital bills, and you're in and out, when so much of this stuff, especially in the African American community, is preventable. A lot of the things that we're dying of are totally preventable.
Completely.
And we've been conditioned, though, to think that money and starting a business or the hustle
are more important.
We've been conditioned to think it's more important.
Yeah, my father died of a heart attack at the age of 36. Yes, 36. Died of a heart attack.
Wow.
He had his first heart attack when he was, if I'm correct, 32, 33. So, and he smoked, he was alcoholic, he didn't take care of himself, and he paid the price. So this issue is very close to my heart. So, I'm the middle child of 3 boys. So my older brother, my younger brother, we all, look at this of like, okay, how can we pick up the work that my father couldn't do because health was not something he valued.
So have you been really into fitness since your SC days, or was it closer to your 36 that you
Well,
started
you know,
to?
okay. Truth be told, SC I was hit and miss, right? Hit or miss, right? So some of the days the gym would hit me, some days I hit the gym, right? Whatever. So it really wasn't until I graduated. I graduated, and because I wasn't taking care of myself, true story, I found myself in Cedars-Sinai Hospital needing to have emergency surgery because I wasn't taking care of myself. My digestive system was not working properly, and as a result, I had to have surgery. And so when I came out of that surgery, one of the most, painful surgeries I've ever been through. And when I came through that, I said, okay, I got the message. I've got to do better. And so ever since then, fitness has always been a part of what I've done. And it's just been a matter of how hard I'm going or how not.
Right.
But every day, every week, I'm always working out and always trying to eat right. And that's been, a little over 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
I had no idea you went through that.
Yeah.
Now, I know that was good, but guess what? That's only one part of a two-part video series with Devon Franklin. So look out for the other part, but also know that you can download my podcast, Redefining Wealth with Patrice Washington, and listen in on our 40-minute talk. 40 minutes of wisdom, of wealth, of goodness, of success principles that you don't want to miss. So download my podcast, Redefining Wealth with Patrice Washington, because Devon and I are committed to helping you live your life's purpose, find fulfillment, and earn more without ever chasing money.